Anyone who knows me knows that I have many mantras. Just a few of them are: objects in motion will tend to stay in motion, which I also know is Newton's first law, but it also refers to my law of momentum. Designing your product for monetization first and people second will probably leave you with neither. And finally, you can never be too rich or have too much content.
Money! I have money! I have lots of money!
Now, I also know that there are people who will totally disagree with me, and I get it. I think there's an important caveat to this mantra that gets lost in my pithy quote. So today, I'm going to talk about why lots of content is important and qualify it with a very important little caveat.
If you ask me, it's absolutely crackers.
My name is Tara, and this is Truly Social. Okay, I should first of all say that I'm not all about endless pursuit of amassing the most wealth ever. However, the original quote, "You can never be too rich or too thin," attributed to the famously ambitious woman Wallis Simpson, has always made me smile in its brazenness. So when trying to make a point to a client a few years back, I found myself using it as justification for upping their content game.
If you want something bad, you have to fight for it. Step up your game, Scott.
Now, lots of people are afraid that they are being too noisy online, that posting too often will turn people off, when the opposite is actually true. According to a study by BuzzSumo last year, the more content you produce, the faster you will grow. As they quoted a report from The Atlantic, April 2012, BuzzFeed published 914 posts and 10 videos. April 2016, BuzzFeed published 6,365 posts and 319 videos. That is a significant growth in content publication. The reason appears to be simply that more content on these sites drives more traffic. This appears to be the case in both B2B and B2C. Well-known B2B content marketing success, HubSpot, also found that volume leads to growth. They reported that companies that published 16 plus blog posts per month got almost 3.5 times more traffic than companies that publish between 0 to 4 monthly posts. In fact, in pretty much every study of the data that I could find, the higher the volume, the better the growth, engagement, and overall awareness. The posts where people said less is more were all based on personal opinion and anecdotes rather than actual outcomes.
There's two ways to do anything, the right way and the wrong way. If you want to be right, do things the right way. Because if you do things the wrong way, that's the foolish way. And only fools do things the foolish way.
Not to mention that YouTubers like MatPat, Daryl Eves, H3H3, and Sarah Dietschy have all talked about how YouTube's algorithm favors longer, more frequent content, like daily posting. The more you post videos on YouTube, the faster you will grow. And the people that are daily vlogging are also making long videos, over 10 minutes, sometimes 15 or 20 minutes, and they grow the fastest. It has also been my own experience with clients that more content produced, the more organically the client's platforms grow. There is another factor that people miss in this. The platforms themselves do a lot of filtering and curating of streams. Facebook limits what people see in their news feeds. Only 1 to 2% of a brand's audience will see any given post organically. Last year, Instagram also deployed an algorithm that filters and curates people's feeds to show select posts. And on Twitter, they've deployed the just in case you missed it filter, which really only shows the popular posts from people and brands you engage with regularly. But that's in addition to the fact that most of your followers will miss your posts anyway, because 99.999999999% of the people online don't sit and watch their feed for every tweet.
I'm waiting!
And because tweets are in real time, very few of your audience will actually see them go by. So between algorithms and lack of attention, the chance that your followers will see everything you post is next to nil. I'd estimate that if you have 100 followers and you post 100 times in a week, only half of your followers will even see 1 or 2 of those posts. Now, of course, that's my non-scientific guess, but I'm happy to run an experiment to prove it.
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself.
Now for the caveat to all of this. The caveat is that quality matters way more than quantity. Of course, if you have a 2% chance of getting in front of someone who follows you, you'd better be damn sure that what you say is something that interests them. If they ignore you after all of that effort, you really missed the boat. Now, I know that creating quality and quantity is no easy task. So if you're gonna do only one of the two, yeah, I'd say go for quality. But if you can do both and many of you actually can and should, then go for both. Posting quality content erratically or infrequently may lead to the dismally sad outcome where you pour your heart and soul into great content that never gets read.
You didn't see anything.
Post awesome and post often, and it will pay off in dividends. Speaking of awesome and often, I do my best to post quality content frequently. So if you want to see 2% of it, follow me. If you are watching this on YouTube, subscribe and click the bell. If you are watching this on LinkedIn, please give me a follow. And if you're watching this on Facebook, like my page. So much choice, right? My name is Tara, and this has been Truly Social.